Hey, my name is Steven Freeman. I'm the founder of Kairos Digital, and this last summer, I took 3 months off of my agency. This is how that went. So about a year and a half ago, I was doing the employee handbook, and I got to the section about paternity and maternity leave. And I decided that we were going to be an agency that was really generous with our team. And so I built in 3 months of paid maternity or paternity leave for birth or adoption. I did all of this thinking that this was a gift for my team, not knowing that about a year later, my wife and I would get pregnant. So as the owner of the agency, all of these initial thoughts hit me. The first thoughts were, you can't take 3 months off. You're too important to the organization. You don't take this kind of benefit, you give this kind of benefit. As soon as I decided that, in my brain, a small part in the back started whispering, and it said, hey, you know, if you don't take it, they won't feel safe to when it's their turn. Aren't you trying to build an organization that is not singularly dependent on one person's skill or talent? And so all of those reasons started piling up in the back of my head. And I thought, you know what? I think we should probably go for this.
When we found out that he was expecting a new baby, we were totally excited. But if Steven's going to be leaving, what does that mean?
So if you were to ask me 3 years ago today how I would feel about Steven leaving, I don't even know, I would have died.
I was onboarded this year. I was told during that onboarding process that Steven would be taking 3 months for paternity leave. That was obviously shocking, and how do we do that? But as we started talking, and I realized I have a lot of support here. Each team member is willing to own the goals I have, and I just felt really supported and encouraged.
So we did a lot of months of preparation and planning as a whole team. It wasn't just Steven's efforts, it was us thinking in the perspective of, you know what, let's take Steven out of the equation and kind of play into our role and kind of be that person that is the front facing of the account.
As we got closer and closer to the beginning of the third quarter, the team started getting more excited. I started getting more excited. I started visualizing the time that I was going to spend with my family and looking forward to it. I started visualizing coming back to an organization that had survived and thrived without me for 3 months, knowing that the skills that I was going to bring to the table were skills that only I was bringing to the table. Because if the team can replace you, then they need to replace you. If someone else in the team can do it better, then it's important for the leader to step out and empower them to be able to do it better.
Honestly, in the beginning, it was okay, we're just gonna fill in this role for 3 months and, Steven's gonna be back, but I knew that it was going to forever change, and it did, it grew us to be way more confident in our roles and be honestly kind of future leaders in ways.
Steven trusted us to take care of his company, and then we had to trust the people surrounding us to help us with the things that we want to accomplish.
It took a lot of intentionality for us to put ourselves in a position to be successful. And I'm so thankful for our team for doing this, because when Steven was able to finally leave, we have gained this responsibility and an empowerment to think independently and work together as a group away from him.
If you expect people to give their all and to believe in your mission, invest in that person and provide support that if you are out of the picture or if they are out of the picture, they don't feel like everything's falling apart.
So when paternity leave finally ended and I came back to the agency, it felt like my first day of work again. The team, they would have a meeting with a client. I would say, hey, do you need me to jump in on that meeting? Do you need backup or support? And they'd say, no, we're good, we got it. And for me, that is fantastic because it means that the organization is not dependent on one person's strengths. I am incredibly thankful to my entire team. I'm excited for when it's their turn for maternity or paternity leave because I know they're gonna go and do it with confidence, and they're gonna do it knowing that it's been done before. And that's what leaders need to do. Leaders need to lead the way.